Welcome back to Talk to Me in Korean. It is time to answer another Korean question, so let's go. 안녕하세요 여러분, 선현우입니다. Hi, I'm Hyunwoo from Talk to Me in Korean, and today I have this question by Kat on Twitter. So the question is, Hi, Talk to Me in Korean. I learned on grammar level 4, lesson 5 that we should avoid using 당신, which means roughly you, to mean you, which is correct. Your understanding is absolutely correct. You should not use 당신 in most cases, in most contexts, to mean you. But how about in situations that you still don't know the name of the person you're talking to and you want to ask, how about you? What about yourself? Things like that. Is it incorrect to say 당신은요? First of all, great sentence. 당신은요. So just forget about 당신 here. So-and-so 은요 or so-and-so 는요 is a great way to ask, how about this? 이거는요? 저거는요? 현우 씨는요, things like that. 은요 or 는요 is a great way to say, how about this? What about that? Aren't you forgetting that? So that is that, but 당신 in this case, to answer this question of yours, yes, it is incorrect and often unnatural, yet too poetic sometimes to say 당신은요. Then how do you actually better express this? What about you or how about you in Korean? Let's find out. So first of all, there are many words that can be translated to you in English from the Korean language, and I actually pulled these 6 words from a online English-Korean dictionary, and all of these 6 words actually do mean you, but I would say for now, please refrain from using these 6 words too soon or too easily. So I'll explain why that is a little later on, but for now, please remember that these translations might not really work well in most conversations that you will have with other people in Korean. So, all right, let's talk a little bit more about this topic. So, if you cannot use any of those 6 words that actually come up as search results from a dictionary, how do you actually address the other person? And the answer to this question is, you simply use the other person's name or social title. The person's name or social title. So, what do I mean by that? So, there are many ways to address the person you're talking to, and these are just some of the examples that you can think of. So, first of all, this is my name, Hyunwoo. So, whoever is talking to me in polite formal language, which is the best type of language that you can actually start speaking in, and 현우 씨 is added after a person's name to politely address someone. So my full name in Korean is 선현우, so someone can be really formal and say 선현우 씨 or just say 현우 씨. Most of my work acquaintances, they just call me 현우 씨. And then 선생님, if the person is a teacher or professor, 선생님 is a common social title that you can actually use instead of you. So in any given sentence, you can use multiple 선생님s here and there. And in English, I know it can sound too redundant, and in English, you tend to kind of avoid saying the same thing over and over again. But in Korean, it's fine. It's forgiven. So 선생님, 엄마, mom, 아빠, dad, 자기, sweetheart, honey, baby, 아저씨, an old man, 학생, student. So you might not be so sure whether the other person that you're talking to is an actual student or not, but if they look reasonably young and if they are dressed like a student, you can safely call them 학생. 학생은 어디 살아? 학생은 어디 가? 학생은, these are all really strange questions, but 학생은 어느 학교 다녀? Hey, you, somebody who looks like a student, which school do you attend? So yeah, there you go. All these words can be used instead of you or the other, words that mean you, 너, 당신, things like that. 부장님, usually a manager in a big company. 과장님, somebody below 부장, and yeah, these are all social titles that you can use. But what if you don't know the person's name or the social title? Like you just literally have no idea what this person is or who this person is, what they're called. In that case, what can you do? How can you cope with the situation? You obviously have to say sometimes, what about you? So in that case, it's quite simple. You omit the subject in your sentences. And like surprisingly, it is quite easy to figure out what this person or who this person is talking about. So let me give you some examples. So in this example dialogue, A and I are talking. So I am B. So A says, 현우 씨, 오랜만이에요. 현우, long time no see. Once again, 현우 씨, 오랜만이에요. Clearly, A knows my name, which is a good thing, but I cannot recall the person's name. So A's name is just escaping me. So I say, 안녕하세요, 오랜만이에요, while avoiding mentioning anything about the other person's name, or asking the person, well, what were you called again? I don't want to do that. So I'm avoiding it at all costs. And then A says, once again, using my name, 현우 씨는 요즘에 뭐 하세요? 현우 씨는 요즘에 뭐 하세요? 현우, what are you doing these days? 요즘에, these days, lately, recently. 뭐, what? 하세요, do you do? So 요즘에 뭐 하세요 means, what are you doing these days? What are you up to these days? And then I can answer it as 계속 한국어 가르쳐요. 계속 meaning continuing to do so, continuously. 한국어 is the language that you're learning, Korean. 가르쳐요. I'm teaching Korean. I continue to teach the Korean language. And then A says, oh, I see. And then I want to be polite by asking the other person as well, oh, what are you up to these days? In that situation, I need to know the other person's name, right? So and so 씨는, and then say 요즘에 뭐 하세요? But actually, I don't have to. I can simply say 요즘에 뭐 하세요? The same phrase that A used, and I am saying, what are you up to? How about you? At the same time. And the key here is that I'm using two tools. One is this 세 part. It comes from, or it is the result of 시, the 시 suffix being added to the verb, 시. So we have a lesson on 시, and we'll link it down below in the description for this video. So 시, when you add it, it becomes an honorific or polite sentence. And it is no longer possible to be about me. So I'm clearly talking about the other person because I'm being polite, and yeah, it's just understood, all right? So that is one tool I'm using. And here's another dialogue situation between a customer in a restaurant and a waiter. A says, the customer says, 여기는 뭐가 맛있어요? What's good here? B says, 다 맛있어요. Everything we sell here is good. And then A says, 그래도 어떤 거 추천하시겠어요? So please pay attention mostly to 시 here. So, but still, 그래도, but still, 어떤 거, which dish, which one, 추천하다 is to recommend, and 추천하시겠어요, by adding 시 here. Again, this is the first tool that I mentioned for implying that you're talking about, hey, you. And then another thing that you can use, another tool is a gesture, like, gesture of, pointing at the other person with two hands or one hand like this, not, pointing with your fingers, but just like this. 그래도 어떤 거 추천하시겠어요? By using your hand and this gesture, you can make it clear that you are talking about the other person without saying you in Korean. And then B says, what kind of food do you like? 어떤 거 좋아하세요? Again, the waiter is saying, 어떤 거 좋아하세요? What type of food do you like? And the waiter can be doing both of the two things. 좋아하세요. By adding 시 there, it's clear that the waiter is being polite, so it's about you. And then maybe the waiter can do this. 어떤 거 좋아하세요? And it is more clear that way. So do you get it now? All right. So if that's the case, so you can omit the subject, but when do you use these words that come up as search results in a dictionary? 너, 당신, 당신들, 너희, 너희들. 여러분, let me go over the words really quickly and wrap up the video. So, first of all, 너 is you, very casual you, that you can only use to somebody who is the same age as you with the person's consent, or somebody who is obviously much younger than you. And those plural form is 너희 or 너희들. They're the same thing, so the same rules apply. 당신 is either a very poetic you, so you will see this in movie lines and drama lines and song lyrics, or a very provocative word to refer to hey you when you are unhappy with whatever that person said or did. And 당신들, since you normally don't have many romantic partners at a time, whenever you say 당신들, it's always a very rude sounding, provocative word meaning hey you guys, and you are ready to fight them, okay? And then 여러분 is when you are referring to, when you're addressing a group of people, like hey everyone, in front of, maybe more than 10 people, not in front of one person or two people or three people. So 여러분 is hey everyone, that kind of people, okay? Hey you guys. All right, so that is a list of some, I would say, less common translations of you, and the most common way to say you in polite formal language, 존댓말, is the other person's name or the person's social title. Is it clear now? All right, thank you so much for studying with us, and if you have any questions that you want to ask us, please tweet us at TTMIK or leave your questions in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!